Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Courtney. Before we get into this video, please make sure that you guys like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all the subscribers and the likes and the views that I've been getting. It means so much to me. Even if it's not a lot, it's a lot to me. It's a lot coming from someone who's just starting as usual. It's been a couple years. Of course, it takes time, but I just appreciate the support and just the growth that I've been getting. So continue to do that. Just leave a comment if you want to, leave a like, leave anything. As long as it's not anything negative. Don't be on a weird mess. Like, don't be being weird. Comment stuff that you can honestly keep to yourself, because I honestly be getting a lot of comments and likes like that. You honestly can just keep it to yourself. It's certain things where it's a time to be silent and it's a time to be, time to speak. Just learn from the Bible. Keep certain stuff to yourself. I don't really care, because all it's going to do is get your comment deleted, and you're also going to be hidden from my channel, so you're not going to see anything. So whatever you're trying to do, trolling, whatever, I'm not even going back and forth with you. I'm just going to delete your comment, and I'm going to hide you from my channel, because you're not even worth it at all. You're not even worth a response. The last person that did the comment, I was like, you know what? Courtney, you're better than that. How many people have been coming at you? How many people have crossed you over the past few years? Are you really going to let a stranger come into your life and just be weird and comment and do all this weird stuff to you? No. Goodbye. Delete, hidden from my channel. I might not be able to block you, but I'll make sure that you won't be able to see my channel anymore, Bookie. Okay. So without further ado, let's get into the story time. So the last story time I had, I was pretty much talking about this job that I had at a hotel called the Hampton Inn in Martinsburg, West Virginia. I don't know how many Hampton Inns there are in West Virginia. I just know one, just the one that I worked at. That's all I know. So pretty much, I don't really care. I'm gonna, I don't feel the need to try to hide the location or hide anything. I'm gonna put them on blast, and I'm gonna put the people on blast. Those people probably don't work there anymore. If you do, congratulations, but I'm still gonna put you on blast because you're a weirdo. You better be glad I don't put your name in. Well, I don't even remember the names because they're so irrelevant. I don't care. The people I work with now are irrelevant. I don't care. Like, I don't care about none of these people. It's just their actions, who they are as people in general, just the stuff that I'm putting out there. I don't care. And even then, like, I don't know their names. I don't care what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. It's none of my business. However, this is a story that I just honestly forgot about. It's been for years. And the fact that I told the first part, I was surprised that I even remembering all these other stories, because it's like they happened years ago, either before I moved to West Virginia or when I moved to West Virginia or after. It's just crazy. But anyway, this is just the part two. The first part, y'all pretty much know about how me and the girl I named Esmeralda, me and her got into it because she pretty much was just trying to start with me. Like, pretty much just trying to start little stuff for no reason. Like, mind you, I never did anything to her. At times when she was, when I would get a little bit of rooms and she would get a lot of rooms, I would, of course, like any housekeeper, you have to go behind and help other housekeepers who have more rooms than you, or who are probably getting a little slow because they're cleaning a little bit more than you. So I would help her. I would help other housekeepers from time to time. So I didn't know what the issue was, why she kept trying to bother me, why she kept trying to start an altercation with me, and also do it in front of other housekeepers and think I wasn't going to check you. Trick, who do you think you are? Like, I don't care how old you are, older or not, you are not going to play with me. I have been through so much with dealing with these women or men at work, mostly women. And it's like, you don't be doing nothing. You minding your business, you working, and it's like they will find a way to bother you. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why are you bothering me? I'm not bothering you. I'm doing my work. I'm also helping you. So what is the reason for, like, how are you benefiting from trying to come at me and trying to bother me? We're doing the same. We have the same job. We have the same goal. What are you doing? Like, come on, let's be real right now. So after I checked her at that time, as you know, in the previous story time, if you go back and look on it, if you haven't seen it, please go back to the previous story time when I had to check her because she was trying to start drama with me. Like, you're being weird. And she was nice to me in the beginning. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the issue. So, fast forward, I told y'all guys in the previous story time, I talked to the general manager because it was like, okay. If I put my hands on her and if I hit her, obviously didn't touch me. So it's not that type of altercation or situation where I feel like I need to put hands on somebody or I need to get physical with somebody. It's obviously somebody who's doing something passive aggressive, which isn't surprising to me because nobody is dumb enough to put their hands on me or get in my face. Like, that's all you can do is either run your mouth or talk mess with your friends or try to be passive aggressive or try to embarrass me in any way you feel like you can. But nobody's ever like really got in my face or stepped to me in general. That's what I will say. I don't care how tiny I am and small I am. I got hands, so I can handle myself. It's not really a big deal for me. And I don't care how big you are, how tall you are, whatever. Nobody's ever really got in my face or really stepped to me or really gotten to that point for the most part where they've had like, you trying to fight, like you trying to get down, you trying to do something, like nothing to that point where I really had to go there. So, you know, I checked her and, you know, I spoke with the general manager and he was just saying, you know, I would make it a point, I would speak to it at the next meeting or whatever. He said, you know, he brings it up at the next meeting. All the employees are talking mess, talking about, oh, you know, gossiping and stuff. That's human nature. That's all this. Yeah, that's human nature for you because you don't have nothing better to do with your life. You're not happy with your life. So when you're at work and you already miserable with your life, you already have it in your mind, like, I'm going to go gossip about people. I'm going to make people feel bad. I'm going to make people feel just as miserable as I do. And no matter how anybody in any kind of industry, whether it's when you're in an office, a warehouse, a bank, whatever kind of field that you're working in, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't justify you gossiping or talking about people. It only just lets people know, or especially lets me know that you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with yourself. You're miserable. Whatever you got going on at home, whether it's with your partner, whether it's within yourself, whatever it is, you're not happy with yourself because you have to go around trying to make other people's life miserable. Starting drama with them, starting rumors about them, starting fights with them. Like, whatever it is you're doing, you're being weird. And it don't make them look bad. It doesn't look weird on their part. It looks weirder on your part. And I just don't understand because I still have to deal with this even at the job I'm at now. It's like, you're being weird for what? How do you benefit from this? How do you benefit from being a weirdo and starting drama with people? How do you benefit from this? Let me know. How? What? You got a couple people, a little army or whatever behind you at work who are just as miserable as you are, backing you up? That's nothing. You still miserable when you go home. You're not doing anything. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything with yourself. You're not getting better. It doesn't make you better. And karma will hit you. That will spin the block. And even though I don't believe in karma, I do believe in the Bible. And you reap what you sow. You always reap what you sow. So when you're doing weird stuff, it may skip a block. It may go a few blocks. It may go up or two. But it's going to spin around that block and come back to you. Always. The Bible don't lie at all. The Bible does not lie. So when you do the stuff that you do, please believe it's going to come back to you. Always. Trust me, I know. It's come back to me. I'm not perfect. I've done some things. I'm not perfect. It's come back to me. But just know I'm doing everything I can to be the best person that I can be. You need to make sure that you're doing the best person that you can be, the best person that you can be for you. That's all I'm going to say. So, pretty much, they were just real ignorant and real miserable in the stuff that I'm going to say that they came out with later on that I found out. I was disgusted with. I was appalled because I didn't interact with y'all like that. I didn't know y'all like that. For y'all to even say these things about me and talk about me like that and to try to start all this drama with me. I thought I only had drama with one person. Baby, okay? But before we get into this little story time, let me show you all my hair. This is a little wig. I actually installed this myself. It is so cute. I'm just in love with it. I'm sorry. I just had to get it. So, and also my nails. I'm gonna upload a little video or whatever. But yeah, these are my nails. It is so cute. I love them. Oh my goodness, so love. So anyway, yeah. So after the general manager made that announcement to all the employees and everything, pretty much things go on, time goes on and everything. I'm still there for a few months. As time goes on, more people start coming in, of course, more hires, more people are quitting. I honestly noticed that a lot of people start putting in their 2 weeks. Just a couple people, not a lot of people. Just a couple people start putting in 2 weeks notice. But to be honest, what did you expect? When you're doing housekeeping, they're not paying you that much. And this was back then when they, like I said, they were doing minimum wage. So it was about, we were making $9 to $9.75 an hour. So it was not a lot. And as much as the housekeepers complained about them coming to help me do my rooms and stuff, even though I would come and help them do their rooms, which is weird, I was making a good check. It was a little bit for a young girl my age, you know, for their, you know, 18, 19. Well, no, I was not no 18. I was like 19, 20. To be 19, 20, that was a good check for me. So that was good enough for me. So yeah. So so around that time, more people start coming in. They start hiring newer people, mostly women. It wasn't a lot of men that were, it was probably like, it was fewer men. I could probably count on my hands, maybe 3 at the most, maybe 2 male housekeepers that they were. So it was mostly female housekeepers and stuff that were getting hired, that were coming. So, you know, they started hiring the female housekeepers and stuff like that. I didn't think I don't care, you know, as long as you ain't being weird to me or stopping my money. I care less. I don't care who comes in here. I don't care about anybody else or what they're doing. All I'm worried about is myself and making this money, like I said. So it's 2 girls I think that had got hired, 2 new girls. One was a black girl and one was a white girl. The black girl was obviously a little bit older. I'm not going to I don't want to try to play on anybody or try to be funny, because this black girl, she, from what I told me, she was married. She had at least had a man, or she was married, because they will always be gossiping in the laundry room. And sometimes you eating and you minding your business, and it's some things you can't. I didn't have a car at this time. I did not have a car. So I was forced to just be in the break room, because I'm not going to sit outside on no curb or no, they didn't have any benches or anything you could sit out on in that hotel. So I'm not about to sit outside or nothing or listen to anything in this mess. So I would just sit in the break room, just wait for time to pass and everything. So from what I understand, she had a man, or at least a husband, and she would be telling me, you know, just telling everybody, or the girls she was talking to, because I really didn't talk to her like that, but she was just telling me how she needed to get home to her man and do all this stuff and all that, blah 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 blah. And the other woman, she was a white woman. She was real young, probably in her early to mid 20s, probably a little bit older than me, maybe younger than me, I'm not sure. Ooh. Probably older than me, I'm not really sure. But they seem to be doing really well, especially the black woman. She seemed to be doing really well. She had people training her and stuff like that. And I think she fit in a little bit more with everyone, because she was so quick to tell her business, her personal business, and gossip with everybody. But I'm thinking, I'm young, like I don't got no business. Or at least I didn't think I had any business. Like, I don't got no friends, or at least out here, all my friends were in Baltimore, and anybody, like, you know, I was interested in or dealing with, like, it wasn't anything. I don't think I was dealing in, no. Maybe I was dealing with somebody around the time. I think I was dealing with another dude. I'm gonna make a story time about it. because it's kind of brief, but it's not. A lot of people will call him like a sugar daddy. I guess you could call him a sugar daddy, whatever you want to call it. Oh God, but whatever. So, yeah, I was pretty much just hearing all this stuff, like, not because I wanted to. It's like you're listening to them, you're being around these people, you're automatically gonna hear it. Not that you want to. It's just those kind of things. Like, it's like, why am I hearing this? Why? So, fast forward, time goes on, and you know, I'm doing the same thing as I'm always doing. I'm taking my time. I'm cleaning my rooms. Whoever helps me, okay. If not, I could care less. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to keep doing whatever I want to do. So, time goes on. I'm minding my business as I always do. I say hello. I'm nice to everybody. Still be nice to people, even though they're being weird. Even though the stuff that I know they probably been talking crap about me. Even though I know they've been doing weird stuff behind my back. Behind my back. I know it. I'm still trying to be nice. Still be trying to be cordial. Still trying to get my job done. I think it was one time where I went down for breakfast one day, because you can only go for breakfast in one place. That's in the laundry room, where I told you where the laundry managers do their laundry. I go down there. I'm eating and everything. They're saying hello to me. Of course, they're trying to be cordial, but I know they're fake. It's just whatever. So, one of the laundry managers and the housekeeping manager, because you know it's both, it's 1-on-1. You know, they're having a conversation and they're talking about the new housekeepers and stuff like that. You know, like she's not really, they're pretty much saying like she's not catching on as much. And I was like, oh, like, I said, well, I can help her. I mean, like, I've helped everybody. As long as I've been there, I've pretty much helped every single housekeeper that's been slow or been, I wouldn't even say slow. I just pretty much someone who's need help, because we get a lot of rooms. So I can't say that everybody's slow, and I can't put that on anybody, because I know I'm probably, well, not the slowest, but I know I probably take the longest to clean, because I actually take pride in cleaning people's rooms. Because like I said in the previous story time, whatever I clean, whether it's my house, anybody's hotel room, I take pride in cleaning it, because I know I would want the same respect or the same courtesy given to my room that I would give to somebody else's room. You know, it's just like, it's common sense. So we were talking about it, and she was just saying, yeah, we were going through rooms and saying who didn't clean what and who didn't do this and stuff like that. And she said that you didn't clean the room right, you didn't clean this, or you didn't change the sheet to do this right. And I was like, what are you talking? And later on, even in that moment, it should have clicked to me, because it's like, for one, why would you include me on that? Why would you include me on the rooms that you cleaned? We're all assigned our own rooms. Number one. That's number one. We're all assigned our own rooms. Number two, you're clearly not cleaning your rooms. Everybody's complaining, or the managers are coming up and saying something, all right. Why would you why would my name come up? Why would you include my name in all that? Why? What did I ever do to you? Mind you, I've helped this girl. I've said hello to her. We've, helped each other with each other's rooms and stuff like that. Probably I've helped her a little bit more. But why did my name come up? Why did I get put into the line of fire? Like, what happened? Why am I always the one that somebody is always putting in their drama at work? Like, I'm literally not bothering anybody, but just scrubbing floors, cleaning pee off the walls, cleaning the toilets, cleaning the bathtubs, vacuuming the floors, changing the sheets, and doing what I'm supposed to do. Why are you lying on me doing that? And the one thing about me I don't like people lying on me. That is a huge pet peeve with me. That is a way for me to not deal with you anymore. That is a way for me to cut you off completely. And that is a way for me to not have any type of respect for you at all. I don't like that at all. For you to lie on me or spread rumors about me, I do not appreciate that at all. Now, if it's facts, you can come to me any way you want. That's fine. You got that. All right. I can take accountability for that. I've done some things I'm not proud of. I've done some things that were wrong. I understand. But for you to lie on me and lie on my work ethic, that's what I don't appreciate. Especially when I've done nothing but help you and clean your rooms. You gonna lie how I'm not changing the sheets, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I don't even know you, girl. I just met you a couple weeks ago. You just started working here and you already lying. So because you are not doing what you're supposed to do in your rooms, you gonna try to blame it on somebody that's not even assigned to those rooms? And for one, to be honest with you, I knew that the housekeeping manager was trying to start trouble low-key, because it's like, you already know me and her have different rooms. We're not assigned the same rooms. We may help each other from time to time if one of us gets backed up, but we're not assigned the same room. So I knew she was trying to start trouble. And two, it's like, I was thinking, like, I kind of am glad that she did come to me, the housekeeping managers did come to me and tell me this, but it's like, what was the point of you even come to me? Because she was like, I know you always clean your rooms. They always, the general manager always saying your rooms are always clean. I always go through your rooms and everything. I said, you're right. So I wouldn't even, so part of me was just like, you told me this, but it's like, what was the purpose of all this? I don't, like, they were just being weird. It's like they just wanted to start drama. And it was like all of them were so weird until I started running into this girl who was like a concierge. Like, she was like, well, kind of low-key a receptionist. Like, she would be at the desk pretty much checking in the guests and checking out the guests and pretty much stuff like that, doing all that kind of stuff. So she was real nice. She was like a redhead. She was real pretty. She was a little Caucasian girl. Her name was, I'm going to give her a name. It's really brief because this story time is not going to last long. I'm going to give, God dang it. What's a redhead that I'm cool with? You know what? Okay. I'm going to call her Lita, because Lita is like one of my favorite female wrestlers. So I'm going to call her Lita because Lita's a redhead. So yeah. So I'm going to call her Lita. So Lita, was pretty much the receptionist and everything. And she was so friendly. She was so sweet. Like, it is crazy because later on, I'm not even trying to blast her or be funny, but she started acting weird. And maybe she didn't recognize me, or, a lot of people don't recognize me because I changed my appearance. I do look different from time to time. Sometimes you see me with glasses, sometimes you won't. Sometimes you see me with a wig, sometimes you see me with braids, sometimes you see me with crochet hair. I don't know what it is. Sometimes even my mom won't recognize me. I walked up to her and she'll be like, who are you? Like, she don't know who, I get it. I kind of get it. But for most people, if you really know me, like my appearance, like you really know who I am. Like, you know what it is. So yeah, but she kind of did act a little weird later on down the line, a few years after I stopped working there. I don't know. I kept in contact with her and stuff like that over social media, but it didn't last long. And once I met California and stuff, it started getting weird. I had to just start deleting my social media, making new ones. It was a lot. I didn't stay in contact with the same people. But anyway, I was in contact, I talked to Lita throughout the time that I worked there. And she was so sweet. Like, she was so nice. And we would have conversations and talk. And, I have anxiety. I'm nervous around people. So around other females, it can come off as like standoffish, or just like, oh, like she weird, or she just like, she standoffish, she don't want to talk to us, she bougie or stuff like that. But it's really like, if you know what I've been through, or if you've been through the other story times that I've had, or if you ever just talk to me in general, I don't talk about my past as much as I used to people anymore. But once you really, really get to know me, once we have that close relationship and I really break it down, or if you just really look at half the story times that I have, you can really understand the stuff that I've been through and know why I act the way I act. I'm just a little bit more guarded, and I've been through a lot of stuff with people, even just family, and I'm not used to opening myself up, because the more it seems like I open myself up and give myself to people, even if it's just an inch, even just a little bit, people seem to just walk all over me, disrespect me, and I have to set boundaries. And when I set boundaries, you know, it can come off as ignorant, rude, whatever, but you're not going to talk to me crazy. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to overstep my boundaries, and you're not going to take advantage of me. So that's just what it is. But she was very friendly to me. She was very nice to me. We would have little, you know, conversations here and there, you know, in passing. She would mostly be at her desk, or we would see each other just getting breakfast or lunch and stuff like that. And she had came to me probably like a couple weeks later after that whole incident with the other colleague that was lying on me, saying I wasn't changing my sheets and doing all this stuff, being a freaking weirdo. And she pretty much was like, you know, like, you're so nice. Like, you know, you're so sweet. And I was like, oh, thank you. You know, you're really sweet. You're really pretty. And because she was a pretty girl. She had a red head. She was like real thick and curvy. She had really nice hair, like red hair. Like I wouldn't say red hair. It was more like, you know how you have like, you're a redhead, but she's like orange. Like she was a nice red hair. She was really pretty. I can't remember what eye color she had. She had to have like a light eye color, either blue or green. I don't know. I forgot. But she was just pretty much telling me the whole stuff that was going on in the hotel. And one thing I can say is that I appreciate her coming to me and tell me the stuff that they were saying about me, and also speaking up for me, because I've never had anybody at a job speak up for me or like go hard for me like how she did. You don't get a lot of people like that. And out of all the jobs I've had, never had anybody do that for me, especially her. Never. In years. That's all I've had, is just a bunch of weird people doing stuff to me. But out of all the jobs I've had, she's the only one that has spoken up for me. And if you ever see this, what I name her? Lita. You know who you are. You know exactly who you are. And thank you for speaking up. And thank you for being a real one in telling me what it really is. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, I don't know where she is today, if she's even in West Virginia, Hagerstown, wherever she is. I appreciate you for, you know, coming to me and telling me what people were saying about me, and also standing up for me and standing up for what's right. I really appreciate that, because a lot of people won't do that, especially with people that you don't even know like that. Like, I appreciate it, you know. So anyway, she starts to proceed to tell me that the housekeeping managers have been talking to her, pretty much saying like, yeah, you know, you be talking to Courtney and everything. Like, pretty much they would have the conversations about me, saying that I'm slow, how I talk a little bit slow, how I pretty much act like I'm pretty much on the spectrum, and how I think is so freaking weird, because it's a few of them that I can honestly say are on the spectrum. However, my mom raised me with manners and raised me with home training. So I don't go around just talking about people or talking about who I think is on the spectrum or who I think may be challenged or anything. And first of all, I'm not challenged at all. And far from challenged. Sorry. Just because I don't talk to you, or just because I don't gossip or talk about my life or about what's going on with my home situation, there is no, around that time, it was no situation. It's no situation now. Like, it's nothing to talk about. I swear, people will look at you weird just because you don't have anything to gossip with them about. It's nothing to gossip about. This is real life. And whether I choose to talk about it with you or not, it's none of your concern. It's none of your business. So, back then, like, I had really bad anxiety. This is when I started developing my anxiety. I had just left Baltimore. And like I said, this has just been a traumatized situation. Like I said, I will make this video about that situation when I feel I'm ready to. that was after a traumatizing situation that I dealt with when I left Baltimore. And I was still getting used to trusting people and having my guard up. I was still open, but I was still guarded. And still guarded to this day, because even when I did let my guard down, people were still being weird and doing stuff. So it just proves my point. Like, y'all want people to, oh, stop being standoffish, stop being weird, stop doing this, but they let their guard down and be nice, and you're continuing to do weird stuff. And then you wonder why people are guarded as they are. Like, come on. And it'd be different if they were just being rude or mean. I'm nice to people, but I'm only going to give you the same energy that you give me. So you can't be mad when I'm being nice, you're being a weirdo, and then I give you the energy that you're giving back to me. You give it to me. What you mad at? What are you mad at? So maybe I would, at times and still to this day, I stutter. I stutter when I talk, whether I do story times, whether I do anything. I'm sorry. I have ADHD and I have anxiety. Severe anxiety, and I'm not going to apologize for any of that stuff, because that just comes with being me. I'm sorry. I've always had ADHD all my life, and I've always had anxiety, and I've always, not always been nervous around people. Well, you know what? Maybe I have and just didn't notice it, but maybe it just didn't get like as worse as, I got into my adult years. But I'm never going to apologize for things that I struggle with as far as my mental health at all. If you don't like it, move around and find somebody else who don't have to deal with the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm not going to apologize for it. It's who I am. But you the same chicks that want to hang out with me. You the same chicks that want to be around me. You the same chicks that want to talk about me. I can't help who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for him. As long as I'm not being rude to you, being disrespectful to you, you shouldn't be worried about it. That's who I am. So the fact that this woman was talking about me like that in such a derogatory way, and then you're making fun of people who are challenged, because let's say I was challenged. Why are you talking about people like that? You're a disgusting human being. I know a lot of, challenged people. I was best friends with someone who struggled with a lot of mental health problems. She was challenged. And she also was incapable of walking. She was pretty much stuck in a wheelchair. She couldn't even walk. She was my first best friend. She was my first friend since like kindergarten, first grade. Like, she was the only one that understood me. She was quiet. She didn't talk, but we were best friends. We were close friends. And that irritates the mess out of me. Like, I don't even want to, even get emotional. But that's freaking annoying that you even talk about something like that. You even just make fun of people like that. Because people that struggle. And I don't talk to her anymore. I don't even know what happened to her. But that was my first friend. The first person that even understood me. The first person that actually treated me like an actual human being. So look, you're making fun of somebody that's challenged. It shows really how disgusting you are as a person. And I can't respect you. I don't want to be around you. I just can't respect you as a human being. So when Lita was telling me this stuff, I was like so annoyed and so pissed off and hurt. And I was just like, that just really shows who you are as a person. At all. And so Lita went on and told me, I told her and I spoke up to all of them. And I was like, Courtney is not challenged. She's not on the spectrum. What are you talking about? Courtney is very intelligent. I have conversations with her all the time. It's nothing wrong with Courtney. Courtney is very intelligent. She's very smart. Like, what are you talking about? And I was just like, go off. Go off, Lita. Go off. Because, that irritated the mess out of me. And just thinking about, an old friend that I had when I was a little kid. I do not. And I've had plenty of friends as kids that were, whatever you call it, challenged, or they've had deformities as kids. I don't play that stuff at all. That is weird. You are a weirdo. And for you to make fun of people like that, you're weird. You're weird. Even if you don't like somebody or you get into a beef with somebody and you call them on the spectrum, that's weird. You don't do stuff like that. Because what if your family was, had been challenged or something in that way? Would you treat them the same way? I'm pretty sure you would not. I'm pretty sure you would not. So after she told me that, you know, I was like, thank you for, you know, just talking for me and speaking up for me, because you didn't have to do that. And that just let me know in that moment is, you know I've had a lot of situations with people, a lot of jobs being in West Virginia, and I know they're pretty much prejudiced out here. They don't like a lot of brown people. They really are, you know, discriminating towards black people and stuff like that. But it's really nice to know that it's really people out here that really care about you, despite the color of your skin, despite who you are, despite where you come from. It's just really nice to just have that encouragement and have people looking out for you. And despite whatever happened between me and her, it was just nice that she actually spoke up for me and actually told me what was going on. She didn't even have to tell me that. She didn't have to speak up. She could have just kept it to herself. But the fact that she did, I really appreciate that so much. And Lita, if you ever see this, or I'm pretty sure you can put two and two together and you can know what this is or who I'm talking about, I appreciate you so much for really speaking up and doing what's right and speaking up for me or whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. After a few weeks, I, you know, put in 2 weeks and I started working somewhere else. Child, no more. That's just too much drama. I'm tired. And it's pretty much a bunch of older women. They miserable, don't got nothing to do. It just, the fact of the matter is, no matter where you go, no matter what field you work in, you can't really escape it. It's just going to be, it's everywhere. So you can't escape it. All you can do is just make your money, clock in, make your money, mind your business, clock out, go home. That's it. Those are the 5 rules. So, but even though I do that and it still doesn't work, so I don't know. All I can do is just share my experiences. But yeah, that was it. That was just pretty much the second part of just dealing with that place. It was like, they got too much drama. And even the place I'm working at now, it's like, at first I felt bad making the story time because I came back and one of the girls at the job I'm at now, she was being nice. But I don't feel bad no more. I'm about to make another story time because you being weird. All y'all are weird. They're weird there. But whatever. So that's the end of the story time. Please make sure that you guys continue to like and subscribe to my channel. You can leave a comment. Like I said, leave whatever it can, emoji, whatever it is. Just as long as it's not negative, don't be on a weird mess. We're too old for that. We're in 2026, so let's be on our grown woman and our grown man-ish. And let's continue and support and encourage in a positive way. Even if you don't like it, just swipe, scroll, do whatever you want. You don't have to do it. You don't have to comment and do all that stuff. Y'all don't have to do the stuff, not just on here, just on Instagram, Facebook. You don't have to comment or do all the stuff that y'all doing on social media. Just because you have an opinion does not mean that you have to put it out there. There's a time to speak and a time to be silent. And some things you can just keep to yourself, even if you have an opinion. Like Lotto being pregnant. Just shut up. Nobody can, you know, we get it. We get it. It's 21 Savage pregnant. We doing all this and that. Who cares? You can have your opinion. Keep it to yourself. Nobody cares. They still gonna do what they want to do. You still gonna do what you want to do. Who cares? Let's just move on with our lives. Let's just go on and continue to do what we need to do. Make our money. Focus on our lives. Focus on our families. Focus on ourselves. And do what we need to do to get through to the next day. Okay? All right. So, thank you guys so much. Bye.